Okay, cool. All right. Welcome everyone. I'm doing one of the Premier Event 64-man drafts, which is, hey, you do a draft and then you do some more draft and then you do some more draft. They only do two drafts. It's single elimination and it's 9 for winning your pool, 4 for coming in second in your pool, and 2 for coming in getting eliminated in the second round. So to pay you, if you get to the finals, you pay for the draft basically. And if you don't make it to the finals, then you're sad. But if you win your pool, then you get put into another draft immediately, and then the prize structure just kind of balloons from there. I think I'm gonna take a shield mate. White seems incredibly open. I just got a Ghostblade Eidolon fourth pick, so I'm gonna just try to push everyone else out of white if I can. Um, oh, good, two terrible rares. Um, I think I'll just take a divination here. I mean, we have the centaur, and there's been some green cards going around, but I'm not really a huge fan of the green-white heroic deck, mostly because I don't like some of the green heroic creatures. I don't like the idea of having to bestow or target one of my own creatures and have that be the only way the creature becomes something I would actually run in my deck. So I just take divination, resack my hand if I end up going uh, blue white. I'd prefer red white because I think red white's the stronger deck, but it's fine even if I am blue white. Um, so here there's another divination, but I'm gonna keep cutting white. I think Elite Skirmisher is the better pick of the two here because that card's probably not something we're gonna play, and that's not something we're gonna play. So Skirmisher's really good though. It taps something down, so if you target it with something, it basically gets rid of a blocker for a turn, which is pretty good. And Sun Guide is fine, but I think there are. I think this is just a more powerful creature. Um, all right, we'll take a Stratus Walk. It targets, it draws you a card, and it gives something evasion. That's fine. Uh, I don't think we want to be ramping too much. Nullify is not what we're doing in this deck. Siren Song Lyre is fine, but it's really expensive, and we kind of want to be dumping our mana into things like Eidolons and Shield Mates for bestowing reasons. We haven't really got any of the really powerful bestow creatures or heroic creatures, but we have a lot of good enablers, so hopefully we can get rewarded in the next few packs. Um, I mean, I think I just take a Weight of the Underworld because I don't want to deal with it. I'm probably not playing a favor. I mean, this is definitely not what I want to be doing, I don't think. Um, I'll take the favor. I'll leave myself open next pack in case I open something really good in green white or blue white or just like a bomb. That way I have a decent shot of opening something that I can play. I'd say it's probably like a 50% chance I open a bomb in a color that I am in. And then from there I can make up my mind which way I want to go. Um, I don't think I want to take the Griffin. I'm not probably going to run it, but it'll at least send the signal if they don't see any white cards for the last couple of things. Alright, so it's probably going to whiff 90% of the time, so I don't want that. Too expensive, removal spell, or a card. I'll take the card in the colors. I just want people to not have any white cards coming past them, even if they are bad. Um, sure, rebuff. I'm fine if someone plays Sanguinomancy against me if I'm playing an aggressive deck like this, because it lets me have a turn where they're damaging themselves, and they're basically taking it off because they're probably going to run it on turn 5 to dig for a way to win the game. And by win the game, I mean blank what I have going on. They're probably not playing you. So, not a really good first pack. I didn't get any like disciples. I didn't get any, super good cards. But I don't think there was anything super good in the packs. I mean, black looked decent, but I don't know. Um, hmm. Well, God's Willing is here, and I think that's a really fine pick. It's that or the Dryad. It's probably just the Dryad, isn't it? That card's just insane. We can run it on turn 2 and then bestow onto it, or we can just hold it up and then on turn 4 slam it on something. I don't think we want like a Satyr or a Courser here. I think it's really between these two. Maybe a Triton Fortune Hunter, which actually isn't that bad. Lets us cantrip most of our spells right now. Hmm. I think we just go with the power level though. I think Leaf Crown Dry is just one of the better commons in the format. And but if we take God, we're definitely running God's Willing. We might run Leaf Crown Dryad. I think I'm just gonna go with the Dryad. I think it's just the pure power level on it is just too high. All right. Oh God. All right. So do we take the Eidolon or the Nessian Asp? I think we have to take the Eidolon. It's just a beating. Like you just slammed it on turn 4 and get in with one attack, and all of a sudden you're just miles ahead of your opponent because you're swinging for like an insane amount of damage. Still no Wingseed Riders or like the really super good heroic creatures. I mean, we have a bunch of enablers, but we don't have anything really to put it on unless we're just getting value. We're just doing value heroic, which is there's no real heroic going on. It's just a lot of just playing cards. I think I have to take the Eidolon. Is it better than Asp? Probably not. I'll take the Asp. I mean, the card is just that card just has a ton of value. Oh wow. Geez, still another. Okay, well, I'm just gonna take this Wingseed Rider. Second Nessian Asp would be great, but I mean, this is what we want to be doing with our deck: playing Wingseed Riders and then just slamming everything under the sun on it and just beating down and hoping they can't deal with it. So yeah, we're gonna take the Rider. Um, there's a little bit of an issue with awkward mana because of the Centaur and the Wingseed Rider, but hopefully that won't come up in the game. For those of you who can't tell, I'm a little chilly right now. I don't know why. That's why my voice is sounding a little bit strange, I think. I'll take a last breath here. Probably not running. I mean, I wouldn't play most of these cards. There's what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playables. All this is just kind of a blank over here. Unless you're in a very specific deck or need like a sideboard answer or something. So I think I'll just take the last breath. Seems good. Typically, if you're the aggressor here, you don't really mind um, running a last breath out against something early, because then you have the ability to be like, oh, cool, you gained 4 life, but I'm just going to be doing so much damage to you eventually, it doesn't matter. Gift of Immortality. Well, it targets, but that's not really what you want to be doing because it doesn't like if the creature would die, instead remove Gift of Immortality. It doesn't have totem armor, which would be super good. Um, Instead, it's just the creature does die, so you lose all the auras on it. You lose all the +1/+1 counters, so that's not really what you want. I'm just going to take Coordinated Assault. I'm probably not going to run the Griffin or Dissolve or anything. I'm probably cutting the blue. What are you doing here? Jeez. I'm gonna take Traveling Philosophers though, because I kind of really need a 2-drop, and I don't really like Battle Priest. It does the opposite of what your deck wants. It gains you life and doesn't attack for much. Um, I mean, blocking well and gaining life is good, just not in this deck. I think that's better for the black-white deck. Um, but geez, what are you doing here? Ugh, I kind of want to just take it, just so no one else has it, but I kind of need to work on curve things. So get rid of those. So we're not playing any of them, and we'll call sort. Start looking at what our curve looks like. Not terrible. The Nessie Nasp kind of sticks out, but it's always good to have something that just is a big hunk of beef to throw down. How are we doing with humans? That's a human. That's going to be bestowed most of the time. Humans. Alright, so we got a ton of humans, so we'll take the Pegasus over the Tap Cat. Tap Cat's fine, but I think I'd much rather have the ability to just be silly. I want to say black is open, but not playable, fringe playable, sideboardable. So, I mean, you just got most of the bad black cards there. I'll take another Philosopher, though. Geez, this came back? We're not splashing black, and I don't think we want to just run out a random 1/4, so I think I'll just take the Fortune Hunter and hide it, just in case we open, like, what's really big? What's like an insane blue card? I don't even know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Oh, Shredding Winds for the side. I guess a null. It's just annoying. Jeez, what is going on? I mean, it blocks and it can kill a thing. It's not like I'm like hating against a deck or anything. I just don't. I'm just not getting cards. Like I got a pretty late Wingseed Rider. I got a couple of really good late cards, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere, everything just seems to be drying up. I don't know if it's like a weak pool, because I'm not seeing like a ton of really awesome cards, except for the 2 really late Baleful Eidolons. I don't know. Oh, I'm just going to snap up a Wingseed Rider though here. Probably the best card in the pack. Yeah, I'd go that far. I'd go as far as say this is the best card in the pack. And it's in our colors, so we'll take it. Double Wingseed Rider is really nice. I think we need to get some more. Ooh, Arbor Colossus. That's a bomb. Order of Nylea is cool too, because it allows us to ramp ourselves and buff up our guys. But at the same time, Arbor Colossus, I mean, look at him. He's just huge. Our mana is going to be terrible. We have turn 2 Wingseed Rider, turn 3 Wingseed Rider, turn 2 Swordwise Centaur, and then we have a random Arbor Colossus on the top end. Ugh. Oh well. I wouldn't mind a card or two that ramps us. We have a couple. We have 2 5s and a 6 that we want to be playing consistently. So we're not going to be able to go like 16 land unless we get like really good draws. Oh. Well, Better Wise Valor is good, and it's Uncharted Warrior's fine, Last Breath's fine, but I think Thassa's worth of something. Although it probably went down since the rotation happened. Thassa's like, what, 3 right now? 3 or 6? That's still enough for a pack. Probably good enough. Than a random thing. I don't always hedge, but when I get something like, that's upwards of 6/6, I'll do it. So Battle Cattle or Nessie Nasp number 2. I just want another Asp. Just the power level on it is so high. It attacks really well, it blocks really well, and if you monstrous it, it's impossible to deal with. So this gets us, 3 incredibly powerful late game spells. I think it's better than a 5 mana 3/3 that dies to Lightning Strike and like any number of other cards, which then yes, we have the opportunity to throw some stuff on it, but we're not super heavy on tricks and stuff, so I'd rather have the consistent 4/5 for 5 that can get bigger. Um, all right, Nemesis is fine. We'll probably be trading off stuff early and then just going all in on a Wingseed Rider or something. We can have our skirmishers trade up or something to make this cheaper. I mean, the alternative is what? Commune with the Gods, Scholar, Burnished Heart for making sure we hit our stuff up here. Yeah, I'll just take the Nemesis. It's just a really good card. Enough said. Um, we have 16 creatures right now. I probably would rather have another Cavalry Pegasus. I like it better than the Tap Cat because we are very human heavy, which at least in the early game, so Cavalry Pegasus can allow us to get in for some extra damage that we wouldn't be able to get in otherwise. Feral Invocation is really good, but I mean, what, one, two. I mean, we're probably going to be bestowing 4 of our creatures, so we're at a virtual, what, like 14? Because you don't count math. 14. We're at like 14 creatures, so I'd much rather have another Wingseed Rider. Okay, good. So we got a Battle-Wise Valor back. That's good. That'll allow us to target some things. And there wasn't anything too insane in the pack. Again, Gift, not what we really want to be doing. Chosen's fine. Cantrip, makes our guy bigger, targets. We'll take it. What do you do? If I have to read the card, it's probably because it's not good. Sure, we'll take another Shredding Winds for the sideboard. We need like 1 or 2 more playables, though, is the issue. I mean, have I been getting cut? It's the only thing I can think. Like, I have to be getting cut here. I can't be, I don't know. I think I'm getting cut from somewhere. It's that or I'm just not, I don't know. Normally I notice I'm getting cut, but I'm also looking at the packs as they're going by, and I'm not really seeing a ton of stuff that's really insane. So maybe there's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's a situation where there's just a low power level in this draft pod, which is fine. I mean, low power level means a deck like this is really going to be good because it can be super aggressive starts, which are kind of, can be broken levels of super aggressive, or they can grind out and get to like, Arbor Colossus into Vulpine Goliath, or even just Monstrous and just shoot something out of the air. All right, that has an opponent controls. I was worried for a second because I was like, what if I attack with my Cavalry Pegasus and give all my stuff flying, and then I have to kill something? Well, then I just kill the Pegasus anyways. Doesn't like it matters, but I just want to make sure it was kill a destroy target creature with flying and opponent controls, so I don't have to worry about blowing up one of my own guys by accident. Our top end looks really good, and our early game explosiveness looks decent. We don't have any of the 2-drop guys that make it super insane to go off with, but it's fine. I think we'll take the Disciple away rather than the Dragon Mantle. We'll take a Scholar, Hedonist, Scholar, Hedonist. So I think this is going to be the deck. It's not, like, insane. But it can do some stuff. We have ways of getting rid of an early creature, and then we can just, give us some time to get our Wingseed Riders going, and then just start beating down. And if they do find a way of stabilizing, then we can just go over the top with Asps, Colossus, Nemesis, Vulpine Goliath. Seems good. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be looking at this screen for a little bit because the way this draft format works is you have to wait for everyone to, never mind, you have to wait for everyone to finish the drafting portion before you can go into the building portion. So normally I'm one of the earlier draft pools because I draft quickly, but we did spend a little bit of time waiting on some picks, so maybe. I don't know. But we're here. We're building a deck. Building a deck. Whoop. Whoop. And you guys are all nothing. Okay. So cards I would consider main decking that aren't in the main already. Because you aren't being played. So none of these. Yeah. I did get a little bit of money back though, and I missed a Battlewise Valor that ended up wheeling, so it didn't end up mattering anyways, because that was the only other option that I really considered. Um, we did scrape by on playables, which is good. I didn't want to run the Hedonist just as a 2/1 that attacks and blocks. So let's see what the deck looks like if we do it like legitimate curve things. Stop it. You guys go there. You guys go there. I'm not too happy to run the Favor as a cantrip targeting spell, but it also does fix our mana for these guys on the top end and helps us accelerate a little bit. So even if we get like a Philosopher, Favor, and then like green, green, white, then we can make sure we hit our Wingseed Rider on time, and it does give us a little extra mana for things. Yeah, it helps us fix for stuff like that too. And then you're probably up there. I'm not going to tell you it's pretty. I'm not going to tell you it's a pretty looking deck. But if we can get like this thing down at some point on something, if we can get like this guy out, you know. Oh, okay. So Dream, I want to see that on the board. That's the Dream right there. 14 damage coming at you. And we have a decent amount of stuff that we can do with the Eidolon. So if we have to hardcast it, we have like Battlewise Valors and Shield Mates and Dryads and stuff that we can suit it up with. It's not the absolute worst thing ever, I say tentatively. But I do like the fact that a lot of our early white cards are soldiers, which makes the 2 Cavalry Pegasus pretty good, I think. Because if we go like Traveling Philosopher, Cavalry Pegasus, and then like Leaf Crown Dryad up the Philosopher, you can do some good stuff. Alright, let's add land. Yeah, I think we need an even split. I really don't want to go 10-7 with a triple casting Arbor Colossus in the deck and a double Swordwise Centaur. But that's the hand we were dealt in the draft. You know what? Let's go 10-7. Because if I don't hit white in the early game, then I just lose. Like, remember that time in the draft and I said I can't keep a hand without black? Well, this is I can't keep a hand without white. Like, by turn 6, I'm probably going to have 2. Or by my 6th land drop, I'll probably have 2 forests. Triple forest is going to be hard, but I do have the Favor, and I have Chosen by Heliod to draw me a couple extra cards here and there. Alright. Let's run this. Let's run this. Yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for watching the draft portion. Sorry I didn't get it up in time, but for some reason I was unable to make the encoder work. and I'll see you guys in round one.